Welcome to your practice. Today we are working through the third layer of the body, or the third layer of the koshas. And this third layer is called Manomaya Kosha. And this is the mind stuff. So it's everything that encompasses our thoughts, images, perceptions, all of our emotions, in yoga philosophy, you can think of it as chitta vritti, that noise or the fluctuations that happen through the mind. So it's everything from your, all the things that we take in through our senses, so our sensory input, and then our motor output. So even like your brain, when something itches in your nose, it's what orders your brain to scratch it. And this is also what you can think of as all of our reflexive mental chatter. And we're going to be working through a practice that helps to soothe some of those grooves that we have in our brain, some of those patterns that we have. And there are many ways to do this, so you can get more sleep. This helps turn our brains and our minds off and restore and have space to go back out into the world and have a little bit more stability and clarity. Sense withdrawal, so taking actually in less information, because we're so stimulated these days. Sometimes it's helpful to just kind of retreat. Meditation, as well as what we're going to be working with in our flow is a bit of repetition. To just help that soothing quality in the mind. So you'll need your blocks, and we're going to get started in a comfortable seat. So you can sit on a block in any way that feels good. And then just find a nice long spine. So you'll lift your lower back, illuminate through the crown of the head, and then soften through the shoulders so you are alert yet relaxed. And you're in a seat that is free from kind of physical tension. So we want to, the best that we can, not be distracted by Manomaya Kosha, our physical body, the first layer. And then we notice the breath, Pranamaya Kosha. And that already brings an element of subtleness and ease. And then you're just taking a moment to notice what kind of mind you're arriving with. Does it feel full, anxious, distracted, centered, slow or quick? And you're just observing that, so you know what you're working with, and you can be a little bit kinder to yourself. And then we're going to work with a mantra. So with the Manomaya Kosha, the mind body, mental body, mantra is really helpful in replacing some of those habitual thought patterns with something a little bit more positive. Okay, so on your inhale, you're going to mentally say let. And on the exhale, you mentally say go. So inhale, let. And exhale, go. Keep going. Inhale, let. And exhale, go. Just keep repeating this to yourself. Let. Go. And then you'll just let go of the mantra. Notice how you feel. Keeping that same ease. And you might let that mantra follow you into your practice. You can always come back to it. But sometimes it's nice just to have something for the mind to fixate on besides the craziness that it usually attaches to. Something a little bit more neutral and positive. We're going to come on to our hands and our knees. So you'll just bring your blocks forward and hands in your knees, and we'll just start super simple. So these repetitive things that we do in our practice are really soothing. Let's just move into some cat-cows, pull the chest forward, and then exhale, round the spine. And because your body knows them and your mind knows them, you're able to more quickly drop into this place of tranquility. More quickly drop into this space of presence just by doing the same thing. Creating this deeper connection through repetition. We're honing that connection between the physical body, the breath, and your mind, your brain. Good. One more breath in. Pull the chest forward. And then exhale, round the spine. And then just tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Nice and simple. Today's practice is quite simple. We're not trying to give your brain more information or too much more stimulus. We're trying to kind of iron out some of those patterns, some of the grooves, some of our reactivity. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Anchor into the inner palms. Spin the inner thighs back. And just really kind of drop into your breath. All the layers interact with each other. So the breath is such an amazing way to soothe that noise that happens in our minds constantly. That's constantly firing. I'm going to do some plank waves. So just moving into the body. Bring the chest forward, shoulders over the wrists. Breathe in. Grow long through the crown of the head. Press through the heels. And then exhale, bend the knees, send the hips high, downward facing dog. So you can make it as groovy or as wavy as you like. Pull the chest forward, breathe in. And get long. On the exhale, bend your knees, send your sit bones high, and then lengthen through the spine. Again, come forward, breathe in, pull the chest forward. Press through the heels, lengthen crown of the head. And then bend the knees, send the hips high. Again, inhale, come forward, maybe even rounding through the back. Elongate, and then bend the knees, send the sit bones high. Press your thigh bones back. Let's do 2 more. Come forward, breathe in. So nice and simple, just repetitive. and out. Down dog. One more. Come in. Pull forward. And then downward facing dog. And this is just like a full body warm-up to get you into all these major areas, shoulders, torso, hips. And then just start to come forward all the way. Walking mindfully, slowly. There's no rush. That's what we want to do, is really drop the pace down. Right? We're always kind of onto the next thing before we finish one thing. And pull the chest forward, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. And you're always welcome to use the blocks or just place the hands to the shins. Inhale, stretch your arms wide, come all the way up, press the palms. And then pull the thumbs through the heart, release the arms by the side. Moving through Sun A. Inhale, circle, press the palms, lift. And then exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands to the blocks or to your shins or to the mat. Pull the heart forward, lengthen. And then place the hands down, step back to plank. Nice and slow. There's no rush. Thigh bones lift, heart lengthens. You've already done your plank, so now you can find it a little bit more stable and strong, confident. And then slowly lower all the way to the belly. That's another thing about repetition. We can build confidence and trust. Pull the chest forward, lift. Cobra, anchor the toenails down. And then release, forehead to the mat. And press to your knees or to plank, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. 3 breaths. Inhale, be still. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Rise onto your toes. Good. And just start to make your way. Top of the mat. All the way. Inhale, pull the chest. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Good. And then exhale, fold. Belly to thighs. Good. Inhale, circle the arms wide. Lift and lengthen. Press the palms above your head. And then pull the thumbs through the heart. Release the arms by your side. We repeat. Breathe in. Take that full circumference. And exhale, full swan dive forward. Breathe in. Find space. Firm the legs. And plant your hands, step to plank. Okay, get long before you go down. And then lower all the way down to the belly. Good. Point your toes. Cobra. Or if you're ready, upward facing dog. I'll take it on the next one. And then release. So you can press up through your knees or straight to plank to downward facing dog. And again, we take 3 breaths. So the movement is soothing. The repetition is soothing. But the mind also needs stillness. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Lift your heels. Good. And make your way. Just feeling everything. The sensation that you're pulling in. Notice if you're reacting to it. Pull the chest forward, lengthen halfway. And then fold belly to thighs. And circle the arms wide, lift up. Urdhva Hastasana. And then pull the thumbs through the heart. Soften the inner shoulders as you relax the arms. Repeat. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, we fold. Breathe in, find length. Plant the hands, step to plank. Deep breath in, get long. Either lower to the belly or chaturanga halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Pull the shoulder heads back, open the chest. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Breathe in. And out for 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Lift the heels, stroll forward. A little less cueing with each round, so it's less information. Just trust yourself. Breathe. Pull chest forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, circle arms. Urdhva Hastasana, lift. Pull the thumbs through the heart, release the arms, Tadasana. Breathe in, circle and rise, press the palms. And then exhale, fold. Find space and length, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. And then plant your hands, step to plank. And keeping it simple, breathe in. Lower to the belly or chaturanga. And then cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good. Lift your heels. Step forward. All the way. Feet between the hands or just behind. Lengthen, half lift. And then fold into your legs. Circle and rise. Lift all the way up. Pull the thumbs through the heart. Release your arms by your side. Okay, I'm going to let you move on your own. 1 more round. 3 breaths in down dog. Just follow along with the visuals if you need them. Otherwise, less is more. Enjoy the emptiness of it. It's decluttering your mind. After your 3 breaths, you make your way all the way top of the mat. Completing your Sun A, we arrive into Tadasana. Lift all the way up. Pull the thumbs into your heart and release your arms by your side. And you just observe, how do you feel after a little bit of movement, a little bit of breathing, a little bit of repetition? Has your perspective changed at all? Have you loosened the grip on some of the patterns in your mind? Good. Bend your knees. Reach your arms by your ears. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit lower. Just warming into the legs here. The other thing about doing challenging things is that sometimes it distracts our mind from the normal stuff we have going on. It brings us right into the moment, so we can't think about anything else. We're, of course, feeling the sensation, and you're just noticing your reaction. Do you have a reflexive sort of chat that happens when you do something really hard? Good. Keep going. Keep going all the way down until you're on your butt. Try to make it graceful. It requires your concentration to make it nice and smooth. Lift the legs. So we are in Navasana. Good. Big breath in. Good. And a full breath out. Open the chest. And then slowly lower your lower back, lengthen your legs. So we're just moving slow. It's super simple. And then we lift back up. That you can always hold one or the other. It's going to be harder to hold it low, right, if you want less movement. But you do it nice and controlled. So anything, we can change our experience of it just with our effort and our energy. So if you need less, you just try to relax into it a little bit more. If you need more, you can, make it more intense by engaging more. Good. One more lift. Good. And then lower. Good. And then place your feet down. Take your hands down. Take your head down. Shoulder heads down. Lift the hips into bridge. So you're just pressing down through your heels to activate the glutes, hamstrings, the back chain of the body. And you're using that leverage to open the front of the hips, and then interlace your hands underneath you. Gather the shoulder blades. Press the fist down. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Feel the inner thighs wrap down, inner foot heavy. And then slowly release all the way. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Good. Roll up and down the length of the spine, all the way over to downward facing dog. And you're just going to take a couple breaths here, again, to come back into the stillness, whether that feels calming or whether that feels intense. Just allow yourself to be in it without needing to be anywhere else. Good. One more breath. Lift your heels. Lift your right leg high. Breathe in. Draw your knee to the chest, step between your hands. Find your blocks or fingertips either side of your front foot. As you breathe in, pull the chest forward, descend the right thigh. Back thigh stays lifted. As you breathe out, straighten your front leg. Bow. Good. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, bow and straighten. One more. Breathe in. And then exhale, straighten. Good. Just hold here. One more breath. Enjoy this turning in. Sense withdrawal. Closing the eyes. And then bend your knees. Move the blocks out of the way. Left hand down. Firm the right hip in. Reach your right arm up. And again, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Lower the hand. High Skandasana. Bend your left knee. Spin to the left. Straighten your right leg. Take the arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, be still. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And release your hands down. Come all the way forward. Place the back heel down for warrior 1, option to widen the foot. Right foot to the right, railroad tracks. Bend your right knee and then rise up. So you root down through the legs and you lift through the upper body so the torso becomes light. Option to press the palms. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And circle the arms all the way down. Lift the back heel. Step to plank. Deep breath in. Lower chaturanga or to the belly. And cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your heels. Lift your left leg high. Draw your knee into your chest. Step between your hands. Find your blocks or fingertips. Movements of lunge. Enjoy the repetition. Inhale, heart forward, back thigh lifted. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Good. Inhale, we bend. And exhale, straighten. 1 more. Lunge. And straighten. And hold. Just an extra breath. Bend your knee. Move the blocks out of the way. Right hand down. Reach your left arm up. Firm the inner thighs. Easy twist. Draw the right shoulder down the back. Breathe in for 1. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Release your hands. Spin towards the right. Good. Turn those right toes out in line with the knee. Take the arms to the side. High Skandasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Feel the pulse. Exhale, 2. Letting the breath soothe you. 1 more breath in. And out. Release the hands. Walk back to the top of the mat. Warrior 1. Anchor the back heel. Firm the left hip in. Rise up. Don't make it overly complicated. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And circle the arms all the way down. High plank. Chaturanga or to the belly. Your back bent. Open the chest. Firm the legs. Lift the heart. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Lower your knees. Good. Stand on, or just sit onto your heels. I'm going to move what I call like a little flowing camel or half camel. We'll do camel later. You're going to take your right hand to your right heel. Good. And then your left arm sweeps around in front of you. And you start to lift the hips. Press the hips forward. Open the chest. Reach your left arm back. Big breath in. Good, and then lower the hips. The left arm comes around and it slices all the way over towards your left heel. And then the hips rise, your right arm reaches back and it spins all the way around until the chest faces the ceiling. And then you lower the hips. Gonna reach your right arm forward, circle it around. So trying to make it as smooth as possible, ironing out all the kinks. Lift the chest, reach the left arm back. Good. And then as the hips lower, left arm comes around. Left hand, left ankle, reach your right arm all the way around so you get that whole stretch into the side body. Let's do one more each side. Right hand to the heel, lift the hips, lift the heart. And then lower the hips. Come all the way around. Good, reach your right arm back. Lower the hips. Good, just take a moment. Notice the fire in the thighs. Maybe the heart rate. Maybe the breath sped up. Good, and then we're going to meet downward facing dog. And so we're going to flow through that same flow, but without holding for 3 breaths, and we'll have a little add-on. And just enjoying doing the same thing. Good. Deep breath in and out. Lift the heels. Lift your right leg high. Inhale. And draw your knee into your chest. You can use the blocks or fingertips. Breathe in, just one pulse, heart forward. Good. Breathe out, straighten. Inhale, we bend. Plant the left hand down and then reach her right arm up. Good. Spin around. High Skandasana. Bend your left knee over to the left. Straighten the right leg. Big breath in. Good. And then walk all the way back to the top of the mat. Anchor that back foot. Warrior 1. Inhale. Lift up. And then exhale, take the hands behind your back, interlace. So a little add-on. Press the fist down, lift the chest. And then bow inside of your right leg, lifting the fist up and over. Just one more breath here. Right hip firms in. As you exhale, release your hands. Lift the back heel. Left hand, one hand span forward. Spin all 10 toes to the right. Reverse Skandasana. Reach your right arm back. Good. Lift your right arm up and over. Either stay here or take your right foot to meet your left side plank. Spin the chest open. And then lower your right hand. Breathe in. Get long. Lower to the belly or chaturanga, cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels, lift the left leg, inhale. And draw your knee to your chest, step through. As you breathe in, lunge into the leg, pull the chest forward. As you breathe out, straighten your left leg. Good, inhale, we bend. Plant the right hand down, reach your left arm up, find the twist. Release the left hand, spin to the right. High Skandasana, bend the right knee. Take the arms out to the side. And then come all the way back, top of the mat. Warrior 1, bend the front knee. Lift the arms, seal the palms. And then take the hands behind your back, interlace. Punch the fist down, lift the chest. And then humble warrior, bow inside of your left leg. A little bit of surrender. One more breath here. And out, release your hands. Take the right hand, one handstand forward, spin all 10 toes to the left. Sweep the left arm back. Good, and then reach your left arm up and over. So this is your prep for side plank. Stay here, more stability, or left foot back. Make yourself long. And then left hand down. Move through your flow. You can always skip out and meet downward facing dog. One more time each side, moving with your own breath. I'll cue it through, but you can move at your own pace. Lift your right leg, inhale. Draw your knee into your chest, step through. Inhale, we lunge. Exhale, straighten, pyramid stretch. Breathe, bend. Left hand down, right arm up, big breath in. High Skandasana, or maybe low if you want to sink into that left hip. And then walk your hands all the way back. Warrior one, back heel down. Rise up, breathe in. And interlace hands behind the back, breathe out. Lift the chest. And then bow inside of your front leg. Big inhale. And release your hands. Lift the back heel. Left hand, one hand span forward. Spin all 10 toes to the right. And then lift your right arm up and over. Stay or side plank. Good. Right hand down. Breathe in. And then lower belly. Chaturanga. Up dog. Or cobra. To downward facing dog. Lift the heels. Lift your left leg. Inhale. And draw the knee to the chest. Step through. Inhale, we lunge. Lift the back thigh. And then exhale, straighten. Good. Breathe in. Right hand down. Take the left arm up. Stabilize the pelvis. Back thigh lifted. And then swivel over to the right. High or low Skandasana. If you're going low, you're here. And then walk all the way, top of the mat. Good. Warrior one, back heel anchors, root to rise. And then take the hands behind the back. Lift the chest, inhale. And then bow, humble warrior. Surrender, relax the neck like a piece of fruit on a branch. Good. Release the hands, right hand, one hand spin forward. Spin all 10 toes to the left, reverse Skandasana. And then side plank, your variation. Smooth and steady. Good. Left hand down, move through, final flow, lower. Upward dog, your back bend, or cobra. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Lower your knees, sit onto your shins. Rest your hands into your lap. Inhale, mentally say let. And exhale, mentally go. Inhale, let. And exhale, go. One more. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Just making peace with the practice, with the flow, with the effort. Then you're going to come up onto your knees. We'll move into Camel. You can always take the half camel if you really enjoy that and it felt soothing. Good. For the first one, we're just going to bring the hands to the rib cage. If available, you can press the fingers up the back and the fingertips press the ribs. That might not be available. You can have the fingers down just to guide the tailbone down, but I also like grabbing the ribs just to lift the rib cage up, okay? Deep breath in. And start to lift the sternum up. Illuminate the spine. Press the tailbone forward to open the front crease of the hips. The eye of the hip opens, and then squeeze the elbows towards each other. Good. And then lift the heart. Lift the rib cage. Draw the shoulder heads back. And breathe. One more breath. And slowly lift up. Just sit your butt onto your heels. Relax your hands. Maybe give your wrists a little spin. But then be still. Let the sensation dissolve on its own without needing to react to it, knowing that time is pretty amazing in letting things dissolve and become less intense. There's no need to get super involved right away. Okay, one more back bend. So you can do the half camel. You can do the prep where we just take the hands, lift the chest. But if your lower back feels okay, you take a big breath in. First start with the prep. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Press the tailbone forward. And then you can release your hands back. You might have a little lean back, but then use that leverage of the hands pressing down to lift the sternum, to open the collarbones, and press your tailbone forward as your chest lifts. And then breathe, smooth and steady. One more breath. And slowly lift up. And then lower the hips. Release your hands. Feeling your physical body. Manomaya Kosha. That effort. The strength, the opening. Pranamaya Kosha, the breath, the energy, the buzzing, the heart rate. And then Manomaya Kosha, the emotions, thoughts, images, and the soothing of that we do through our practice. And just sit your hips to one side, bring your legs around. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Should feel quite nice. Nothing too strained or aggressive. Yeah, a little wiggle side to side, and then just drop your knees to the right. Press your left shoulder down. Allow the twist to just unravel. If it's too intense, you can always place a pillow under or between your knees. Let the breath slow. The way you end your practice is really, really important. Because that's kind of the screenshot you have in your mind of how it was. And so you have this little ritual you're just creating, a really positive ritual, taking your time, going slow, being nice to yourself, saying nice things, creating a positive outlook on your practice and your efforts and yourself, so that your practice isn't one more thing that frustrates you and contributes to some of our anxiety. So it's not one more thing on our to-do list. It's not one more thing we feel bad about. Yeah, so you just make a little peace here. This is enough for today. Back to center. And then we come into Shavasana. And this is really, really important. An opportunity for everything to kind of switch off and restore. So sleep, what I first talked about, is so important for our Manomaya Kosha, for the mental body. Just give yourself permission to rest here without the need to do anything at all. You can stay here for as long as you need or like. And then without rushing, you'll pull your knees into your chest. Roll off to either side. Take a moment. And then push yourself up to seated. Comfortable seat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, soften. You can keep that mantra with you. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Whenever the mind becomes overwhelmed or the emotion or the thoughts are too much or crowded, the mantra can give you a little bit of clarity and a little bit of repetition just to soothe the mind. Bring the thumbs to your forehead and take a deep bow. Namaste. Thank you all for your time. Have an amazing day.